called E.G. Carroll came forward to accuse the president of sexually assaulting her. Carroll made serious claims, but they were confusing. She says that sometime in 1995 or 1996, she doesn't remember the year exactly, Donald Trump groped her in a New York City department store. Somehow the two wound up together in a dressing room. Carroll decided to model lingerie for Trump, a full lace outfit, she says, and then the assault took place. That's her story. Carroll says she was devastated by what happened, but she did not report it to law enforcement for some reason, nor did she write about it, though she is a writer, during Trump's presidential campaign or for the last 2.5 years of his presidency. Instead, she waited nearly a quarter century to include the story in a book that's literally entitled, "What Do We Need Men For?" In that book, by the way, Carroll also accuses CBS head Les Moonves of sexual assault. She writes that Moonves attacked her in an elevator in Los Angeles after she'd finished interviewing him for a piece in Esquire magazine. And yet, amazingly, she never mentioned the attack in the story that she wrote about Moonves. Both Trump and Les Moonves, by the way, deny that any of this ever happened, and there's no corroborating evidence that it did. And yet, according to The Atlantic and HuffPo and Stephen Colbert and countless other arbiters of American news, Carroll's allegation against the president, which is a felony, is, quote, credible. It's a credible accusation. Harvard graduate Lawrence O'Donnell was so impressed by it that he gave Carroll half his show.
I wish. I said, I'll tell you my age if you show me your tax returns.
Yeah, it would have been helpful now.
Well,
so would you consider bringing a rape charge against Donald Trump for this? Why not?
I would find it disrespectful to the women who are down on the border, who are being raped around the clock down there without any protection.
What do you want to say to Donald Trump?
That terrifies me that you said that. That is.
At the thought of confronting him?
No.
This is me talking.
Yeah.
I think this is a moment of reckoning for the MeToo movement, that people need to, you should take everyone seriously.
I wish I'd asked for his tax returns. I won't bring criminal charges because it would disrespect women at the border who are getting raped 24/7, end quote. Come on. This is absurd. These aren't serious statements from a rape victim. They are wacky sound bites from someone trying to sell a book, obviously. Last night on CNN, even Anderson Cooper appeared to realize the media were being had in this story. As Cooper tried to interview E. Jean Carroll, she suddenly launched into a bizarre digression in which she described rape as, quote, sexy. Watch this.
So this one instant, this one, 3 minutes in this little dressing room, I just say it's a fight. That way I'm not the victim, right? I'm not the victim.
You don't feel like a victim?
I was not thrown on the ground and ravished, which the word rape carries so many sexual connotations. This was not sexual. It hurt. It just,
Well, I think most people think of rape as it is a violent assault. It is not.
I think most people think of rape as being sexy.
Let's take a short break.
Think of the fantasies.
We're just going to take a quick break. If you can stick around, we'll talk more on the other side.
You're fascinating to talk to.
We're gonna take a quick break. Can you imagine if that was you? How's that for the weirdest exchange of the week? You can see Cooper desperately trying to dump out into a commercial break. When your star witness starts rambling on about rape fantasies, it's time to shut the whole thing down before it undermines your case. And they're making a case. Asking questions might reveal the truth, and of course that is literally the last thing they want to happen, ever. Chris Plant hosts The Chris Plant Show, specializes in truth. We're always happy to have him on. He joins us tonight. Chris, what do you make of that exchange?
Well, that was something, wasn't it? What, did they go to a 3-minute break? Because I'm a little curious as to how that all turned out. It's embarrassing. I mean, look, these people have no credibility. Honestly, Anderson Cooper, Don Lemon, for God's sake. Don Lemon theorized that the Indian airliner that disappeared over the Indian Ocean was sucked up by a black hole, and he's still on the air. Lawrence O'Donnell, I mean, come on. The woman, the poor woman, she's a 75-year-old woman. She obviously doesn't quite remember exactly what happened 24 or 25 years ago, doesn't know exactly what year it was, knows what department store it was. I know it's a well-populated department store with a lot of security and a lot of cameras, and seems to me something happening in Bergdorf's is probably unlikely, but okay. And as you said, she's selling a book. She's out making the rounds of the shows after having kept this dark secret for 24 or 25 years. And now she talks about how rape is sexy and rape fantasies, and then begins flirting with Anderson Cooper. I think that's going nowhere, and it's just getting weirder all the time. And honestly, look, I mean, Tucker, you know that the standard in the media for Republicans is the accusation. You look at Brett Kavanaugh, you look at any Republican, the mere accusation is enough to hang you from the tallest tree. But at the same time, across the river from where I am now in Washington, in Virginia, there's a lieutenant governor, a Democrat, Justin Fairfax, who has twice recently been accused very credibly by very credible women of raping them. And the other day, I wish I was making this up, he said that his career has experienced a great boost from this. His political fortunes are now greater than ever, and he's thinking about running for governor. So when you're a Democrat, the media actually says, hey, 2 rape accusations, maybe you should be the next governor, after the guy with the Klan outfit and the blackface. But if you're a Republican, a woman falls through the ceiling tiles after 25 years, is selling a book, goes on MSNBC and CNN, flirts with the anchor, says that rape is sexy, talks about rape fantasies, and this is considered to be good enough for prime time, at least at CNN and MSNBC, which is why no one watches them, just by the way.
It's embarrassing and discredits all involved. Chris Plant, great to see you tonight. Thank you for that.
Thanks, Tucker.